Hey folks, this is the commentary for the BS Zelda speedrun. I'm Kiddo, who at the moment is the only person who actually speedruns this. BS Zelda is unique in a lot of ways, and one of those ways is its episodic structure. Even compared to other Satellaview games, BS Zelda is distinct on how each episode builds on top of each other. That's part of what makes this run possible. This BS Zelda speedrun starts from episode 4, with a completely blank slate. From this point, the runner would have to complete the Triforce and defeat Ganon in 50 minutes. Because completing this run requires knowledge of the route, time events that are useful, and shortcuts, these will be explained in the commentary track at the appropriate time. Ideally, if this BS Zelda speedrun is good, it will sync up with the commentary smoothly. Don't worry too much about falling behind, though. BS Zelda is a kind of easy speedrun once you know what to do. If you would like to compare the time of this run to my own runs, start the timer from when the old man finishes speaking, and stop the timer when Ganon's ashes are collected. That would mean the timer should be starting right about now. Collect the sword right away. You can't even get past the first room without it. It'll just block you. Once you get out of the cave, what is probably the scariest part of the run begins right away. Notice the dark sky? As long as that's active, dark nuts are on the overworld. A runner will have to walk past these dark nuts to the first level. Taking a hit from one will deal a whole heart of damage, and deaths in the early game are the most punishing. Still, you gotta go fast. Try to walk between dark nuts to pass them. Hopefully, level 1 was reached without incident. In map 1 in particular, level 1 is the longest and most punishing of the dungeons. So try not to take any damage as you go forward. Navigating this dungeon is similar to a casual run. Start by going to the rooms to the left until you get a key. Then, from the dungeon entrance, go upwards. It's mostly a linear path from there, but it's good to remember the bow because it's needed to beat Ganon. Let me explain something useful regarding the sword mechanics in BS Zelda. When a player stabs left or right, the sword can damage enemies a tile below it. The beam can also hit enemies below it, although not so consistently. Knowing this about the sword is very useful for a run. Knowing this, a player can take on enemies and minimize the risk of punishment if they fail an attack. It's especially useful against dark nuts who will have to be fought later on. It's also a good idea to memorize which rooms and dungeons require enemies to be wiped out, and which ones you can just walk past. Also make note of which enemies are the most threatening. In level 1, Agoria's boomerang can do a whole heart of damage. The same goes for blade traps. Try not to get touched by either of those. Also, you will want to collect bombs and rupees when you see them. A minimum of 285 rupees is required to purchase items from specific shops. Besides enemy drops, rupees can also be found in several secret locations. These locations will be explained at the appropriate time. Much like in NES Zelda, bombs are powerful, and it looks like they even have a wider blast radius. Bombs can kill early game enemies and bosses quickly, and you'll also need them later on to take on the dongos. If you're really lucky, you might get bomb drops before you get to the second Goria room. Otherwise, you will need to kill the Goria and collect the bombs there. Try to beat level 1 with at least 2 bombs remaining. Don't panic. This is just a Mimio Samase box. It'll just make you wait a bit, and then the game will resume. By the way, if this is a speedrun marathon, these would probably be a good time for donation ratings. And now, back to the commentary. Don't doze off while those boxes are there. Memorize when they vanish so you can get right back into the game. Do note that several patches for BS Zelda disable these. However, they are not disabled here for the sake of the integrity of the run. Removing them basically gives extra time, and that's cheating! Not that I really care about that. But hey, back to actual run commentary. For a bit of a level 1 specific hint, in the room with Stalfos and water, you can take the key from the Stalfos that's holding it by touching it. Well, at the expense of damage, that is. But hey, if you got more than half a heart, you might want to go through this room quick, so it's useful. If there's been no deaths so far, then the runner should be getting close to Aquamenos by now. The suggested quickest kill for the Aquamenos is to hit him once with a bomb and then finish him off with some sword slashes. Do remember, again, that you want to conserve that bomb ammo. In later dungeons, you may want to skip the heart container to go a bit faster, but unfortunately, you can't seem to get past this first one that Aquamenos drops. So you kinda have to collect it. And, of course, the Triforce piece, too. Once you leave level 1, make note of a hidden rupee cave behind its entrance. Plant a bomb behind the tree furthest to the right, and then go in and collect the rupees. Then you can make your way to level 2. Walk up and to the right, and plant a bomb on that giant rock. Once again, make note of your bomb count. If you have some extra bombs left over, you can try using them to wipe out the Gorilla room and collect a boomerang. However, if you don't have a lot of bombs at this point, I would suggest to just skip the boomerang. While useful, it is not a necessary item. It's also fine to skip compasses and mats. So just try to get through the next room as quick as possible. Once you reach the room with rope, as in the snake enemies, once you reach that room, go right. Make note of the bomb that flashes into view in the following room. A room that has this kind of bomb will always have this bomb. When you collect a bomb here, you can re-enter the room and collect the bombs again until your ammo is full. This is very useful. You will want at least one bomb coming out of level 2, although having more wouldn't hurt. When you reach the Dongo, do beware. The sword kill method does not work on the Dongo in BS Zelda. Sorry, NES Zelda fans. You will need to do the more classically known method of putting 2 bombs in the Dongo's mouth to kill him. This is another reason why having a high bomb count is critical. Later on in the game, there will be rooms with 3 Dodongos, and for those, a minimum of 6 bombs is necessary to clear them. For any of those rooms, to err on the side of caution, it is recommended to max out your bomb count before going in them. As for the heart container that the Dongo drops, it is possible to skip it. That being said, it would not be recommended to skip it, because level 4 has some pretty tough enemies that you'll need a lot of hearts for if you're new to the speedrun. Once you clear level 2, try to find the hidden rupee room behind the fairy spring that's a row below it. To reach it quickly, you will have to get behind the fairy spring without activating it. Then bomb the wall behind it. Uh-oh. Donation reading time! attention to the Zelda time clock, which, by the way, runs in real time. While I haven't mentioned it before this point, there is a time event going on now where there's discounts at the shops. This started back on minute 10, and it lasts until minute 20. You will want to purchase everything you think you'll need around this time frame. I suggest going on your purchase spree after level 2. Start with the blue candle. That's at the shop a bit up and to the left of your starting position. During the discount event, it should be only 30 rupees. You might want the magical shield as well if your rupee count is high enough, but it's not necessary. And you may prefer saving those rupees for the blue ring. Once you get the candle, go left and burn the trees blocking your path. Along the way, you might need more rupees, so look for the rupee moblin room that is hidden under a tree somewhere in the row above the bridge area. The 100 rupees from that should help you get the blue ring. From there, go left until you find a cave and go in it. This is the shop with the blue ring and the bait. Get the bait, definitely, and get the blue ring if you have the rupees. Skip the arrows. You'll understand why later. When you leave the shop, go down and left. Because it's episode 4, the Lost Woods are not exactly lost. And the infamous Desert Storm from episode 2 is absent. This means the path to the White Sword is clear of obstructions. Follow that path to the graveyard. Then find a hidden room underneath the tombstones to get the White Sword. With this, you should be more than ready for level 3. From the Lost Woods area, go down, down, and to the right. There, you should find the entrance to level 3. Or, if you want, you can take a bit of time to look for the hidden heart container. But that's kind of a time waster, so I won't tell you where that is. When you get to level 3, you will want to try to go as far up as you can, as fast as possible, so you can get the raft. For this, you may want to pay special attention to which enemies you need to kill, and which you could just go past. Of particular note, you will want to kill the Vyres in the 2 Vyre room, because they will drop a key. If you're particularly skilled, you can kill them with a sword as soon as they turn into keys, but otherwise I suggest using bombs to kill them. Or maybe you'd get lucky and that time event would have just wiped them out. Anyway, when it looks like a dead end, throw a bomb. Then you can use one of your keys to go get the raft. When you do that, you will have to go back down. This time you can skip the Vyre room. However, in the room with the bombable wall, you will now have to fight off the Zol. Them's the breaks, huh? When you can finally go right, do so. Then go down. Then to the right again. See those rupees pointing upwards suspiciously? Plant a bomb there. Then you can go grab the key. You'll have to walk back around to use that key in that room, though. No, 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 the game's not stopping this time. No donation readings. Sorry, everybody! By the way, this background music? It's an ambitious fan effort to recreate the original BS Zelda soundlink audio. This specific track, which is original to BS Zelda, was recompiled by Firebrand X. And on MSU1 BS Zelda, these play exactly as they did in the original broadcast. Well, besides the Japanese voice actors. Okay, back to the game. Wait, what do you mean we didn't pause? Oh yeah. It's probably best to skip the room with the magical boomerang, especially if you're low on time. So go up, and just keep going up to run right past the blade traps. Then take on the blue Gorias. It may be tempting to use the bombs against them, but if you're low on ammo, you may need to save the bombs for later. Of course, you might also want to wait out for... Another one of those enemy wipes. Anyway, the old man will waste your time with his talking because he's a troll. Anyway, bomb the wall to the left, go past the fire. You shouldn't have any other trouble up until you reach the Dark Nut room. With the way they block the passage, you might just want the damage boost past them. After that is Manhandler. Try to kill him with a single bomb. If that fails, well, good luck! Again, you can skip the heart container if you want, but you might want it for Dig Dogger. After you collect a Triforce piece at level 3, you can go to level 4 right away. If you want to be fast, you should try to beat level 4 before minute 25. Well, being at minute 25 isn't that bad either, but hey! Speedrun records, right? Maybe?
Do note the commentator is not a professional speedrunner.
Anyway, level 4. You passed it going to the bait shop, so go back and find the place where you used the raft. And well, there it is. From the entrance, go straight up, kill the Zol, and grab the key. Try to do this in darkness if you can. The candle wastes time when you brighten up the room. In the room immediately after that, bomb the wall to the right, and you will find another key. Then go back and keep going up until you enter a room with Moldorm. Strange. Moldorm with no sand? Killing Moldorm quickly is kinda tricky. Try weakening all his parts first, then finish him off starting from the part in the back and working your way up. You'll likely hit his invincibility frames a few times, so don't worry if you screw this up. There's a second Moldorm in this room anyway, so it's not like you were gonna really do this room all that fast. Don't even bother with the measly 5 rupee drop unless you're really desperate. Just go through the door. Go up, unlock the door, go up from the dark fire room, then go left from the light room. There's actually 2 secrets in this room. If you're low on bombs, try bombing the wall to the left, and you will get the option to buy more bombs. Please buy more bombs! The other hidden item that's downstairs is the ocarina, or the flute, or the recorder, or whatever the heck it is! Just go and grab it. You'll need it to beat Dig Dogger. Don't forget the key before you leave, though, obviously enough. Now you'll need to wipe out the light room in order to progress. You may need to use some of your bombs to get through this quickly. Use the key going down from the dark fire room, and the path to Dig Dogger should be fairly straightforward from there. When you get to Dig Dogger, try to get close to him before playing the instrument. Use the musical tool, and then try to bomb him right away. You may want to mash X to buffer up the subscreen so you can hit the bombs from there without Dig Dogger starting to move. If you don't kill Dig Dogger quick, he'll start going really fast. This will make him tough to kill, and if he kills you, it's a pretty bad setback. Your safest bet if he starts going fast may be to predict where he's going and plant bombs accordingly. You're fine to skip heart containers now after he dies. Check the clock now! This is the time event for when you can get the red ring and the magical sword. Get both of these, because, well, they basically make you invincible! Or close enough to that, anyway. The red ring is to the south of level 4, in a place where there are 2 Armo statues. Awaken one to the left, and he'll unblock some stairs. Then you can go down them and get the red ring. The magical sword, meanwhile, is on the path to level 5. That path is just to the east of level 2. There is a place where you can use the raft. From there, the magical sword is to the far west. Go until you reach a waterfall, and then go up. This spot looks familiar, doesn't it? It's kinda like the place you got the white sword back in NES Zelda, but it has the magical sword this time. Time to read those donations! By the way, before anyone asks, no, the magical sword does not check your hearts. As long as you reach the magical sword in the timer event, it's yours. Once you have both the red ring and the magical sword, you should be more than ready for level 5, to make the least of it. From the magical sword location, backtrack a bit until you can go up. Then follow the rocks forming an arrow pointing to the right. Walk into the wall behind the grave to walk through it. Then you're at the entrance to level 5. From the starting point of level 5, go up, right, right, then bomb the wall in the guinea room, go right and bomb the wall in the fairy room, keep walking right until you just happen to push a block, then go up, make sure not to touch any wall masters, and then grab the key in the next room, while making sure not to touch the bubble! This may seem like a convoluted path, but it's the quickest way to get this key. Now keep going left until you can find a room where you can use the key, and well, use it. If you're low on bombs, kill the Wizrobes in the next room to replenish your supply. You won't be able to get the key in the following room until a bit later, so go up. And there's the baiter. Go and bait him. The room after that is a bit, tricky to navigate, I guess. First, push the block to the center, then bomb the wall to the left. Go in that room, then go immediately out that room the way you came in, push the block again, and go up. Such needless complication. The blue Dark Nuts shouldn't be too much trouble if you have the magical sword. But if they are anyway, try using bombs. Just don't use too many, you'll need them for what's afterwards. Push the block to the left after the Dark Nuts are defeated, and take the stairs. The decision you make in the next room depends on your bomb count. If you have less than 6, immediately bomb the wall to the left, and purchase the hidden bomb expansion. If you have more than 6, you can save that for later, although I'd still suggest doing it anyway, just to be on the safe side. The reason you need these bombs now is because the room downwards is the first triple Dodongo room. Because you can't sword kill Dodongos, minimizing the amount of bombs used will be very difficult. There is one trick I learned to try to maintain your bombs. However, it is very luck-based. Depending on the positioning and movement of the Dodongos, it may be possible to place a bomb in such a way that 2 Dodongos will try to eat it at once, and it'll do damage to both of them. No, the game's still going this time. By the way, if you want to collect some of BS Zelda's music and albums, look around for Game Music Graffiti, Toy Music, Dancing Super Mario Bros., Nintendo Super Famicom Game Music. Do note that these albums are rare and out of print now, so expect to pay an arm and a leg. And now, back to your regularly scheduled speedrun advice. After obtaining a stepladder, backtrack to the room where there was a key that couldn't be reached. In the meantime, if the bomb expansion hasn't been purchased yet, it would be a good time to do so. There's still at least one more Triple Dodongo room left to come. After the stepladder is used to obtain the key, finally take the room to the left for realsies. After you open that door, make a mad dash downwards. Try to get through the next 3 or so rooms quickly, without being touched by an enemy. Also try to not use the candle, or end up going the wrong way and hitting an area where the stepladder activates. If done properly, these rooms should be cleared long before I finish this explanation. After that, Dark Nuts, push block, go up stairway. The next few rooms are just a path to the right, but here's some useful notes. Just walk past the blue Dark Nuts. Also, in the dark room, go to the far right and try pushing a block in the center to the left. Don't push it to the right, it'll block your way. Patra's a bit bigger in BS Zelda, so easier to hit, easier, very easier. Just stand to the left and keep whacking your sword, and eventually, it'll just be done. After likely skipping the heart container and collecting the Triforce, the run starts getting a bit more interesting routing-wise, because now you are going to go right to level 8. Level 8 is a bit of a long walk. Cross the river using the stepladder and follow the path until you're as far left as you can go. Go upwards, and then you'll see the Armo statues. Remember, the power bracelet is where these Armos are, so go grab it. Then go a bit to the right and push the block that's blocking the stairs and go upwards. Then go left, and you'll find the familiar Spectacle Rock location. Bomb the rock to the left, and you'll find level 8. Immediately upon getting to level 8, look for the silver arrows. They are in a block right in the starting room. Do not progress any further until the silver arrows are obtained. I'm emphasizing this because it's pretty critical. After the silver arrows are obtained, blaze through level 8 quickly using a lot of the shortcuts that can be found by planting bombs on the walls upwards. When you reach a lifelike room, take the left and then go up, and then fight Patra again. Afterwards, check your bomb stock. If it's low, replenish the supply ASAP. There's another Triple Dodongo room coming up, so you will need at least 6 bombs. Next is the Aquamentos that can turn red, but that's no big concern. It's the blue manhandler next door that can be troublesome, because the amount of bullets he shoots around can really slow the game down. Try to kill him with bombs or the magical sword ASAP. Otherwise, he could be a huge time waster. The last boss in this level is this Goma duo. Remember when I said to pick up the silver arrows as soon as level 8 is started? Yeah, this is why. Since they tend to open and close their eyes at the same time, it's kind of difficult to kill them quickly. So just focus on taking them out one at a time. If for any reason you're worried about taking damage from the Gomas, just stay as far on the bottom of the screen as you can go. For whatever reason, their bullets can't touch you there. Strange, isn't it? Once the Goma duo are taken out, grab the Triforce and then go to level 7. To get to level 7 from level 8, simply go as far to the right as you can, and then go downwards. Ah, hey Ganon. Oh, yeah, donation readings! Hopefully the magical sword and red ring are already equipped by now, because, you know, if they aren't, they're gone now. Like, gone for good. Hopefully you listened to me 10 minutes ago. By the way, the whistle jingle you hear when you enter overworld segments now, that's meant to highlight areas where there are secrets you can find. Most of these secrets aren't really relevant to the speedrun though, so I'm not commenting on them. Certainly, you'd rather hear about how to clear level 7, right? As soon as you enter, go right and collect the key from the blue Dark Knot room. With this key, you'll be able to take the path straight upwards from the entrance. Go up until you're in the lava room with blue Rizroads. Then bomb the wall to the left. In the next room, grab the key and then use it. And the room after that also has a key that you'll need to use. Go downwards, and then flip the enemies from this room and push the block to the left. Do not take the stairs. Use the door to the left. Then use the key to go upwards. For whatever reason, the manhandler in the next room has a head that turns green on a certain animation frame for some reason. Considering it otherwise behaves the same as the manhandler from level 3, that's pretty strange. Somebody at Nintendo probably got fired over that. Take the stairs. When you emerge up from them, wipe the keys in the next room out to open the door. Go in and... oh, hey, look! It's Aquamentos! Again! Same as the one from level 8. Just kill it. Dead. Oh, he has a really dirty trick this time, though! You can't skip the heart container again! Gee! Aquamentos? More like Aquamentroll? After you grab both the heart container and the Triforce piece, go to level 6. From level 7's entrance, though, level 6 is kinda far away. To avoid taking a long walk, face your character to the right, and then use the thingy with the music that does the thing. Whatever it's gonna be called this time. If you want to have the organ, piano, violin, guitar ready as soon as you exit level 7, use L and R soft item switching, just like in Mega Man X, as you collect the heart container and Triforce from level 7. If you use the trumpet, xylophone, accordion synthesizer correctly, you will be sent to level 2, which is the shortest distance to level 6. From level 2, go right or left, then down, down. Then the opposite right or left from where you went before. Then down, and to the right. When you're at this area, use the harp, bell, drum, marimba, bing! One more time! And the entrance to level 6 will open. From the entrance to level 6, take the upwards path until you're at the room with the rope and rupees, just before the Dig Dugger room. Donation reading time again. You may have noticed just now that your bombs went to infinity. Also, your sword will always shoot beams, and arrows will not cost money to use. If you're behind at this point, this may be a good time to catch up.
Combat mechanics? What is this? Street Fighter 4?
Anyway, back to the room with the rope and rupees. Bomb the wall to the right, and collect the key. Then go down, and in a room with 2 shut doors, wipe the enemies, and then push the block to the left to open the door to the right, and go through the path there to get the other key. Try to memorize the path in the dark room if you can. If you get stuck here for a while though, just use the candle. you will need to go through this room twice, because once you get the key, you will need to go back the way you came. Afterwards, go down until you find a dark room with the locked door. Open it and go in. In the next room, use a bomb on the wall to the right. Then use your other key to go down. Before taking the stairs, go down one more time and collect the last key. Remember to do it in that order. Before opening the last locked door, get your bow and silver arrows ready. If you're lucky, you can kill Goma as soon as you enter the room. Try launching an arrow right then and there. If he's walking towards you at the center of the screen, he's already dead. His other likely pattern is walking to the left, so if that fails, go to the left and then shoot an arrow. Either way, you should be able to take down Goma before he shuts his eye. Otherwise, this is a huge time waster. Once you collect the final Triforce piece, head back to the starting location and wait. Ganon will not be available until minute 45. After minute 45 passes and the last Mimio Samasei message plays, go inside the cave at the starting location, and Ganon will be there. The silver arrow should already be equipped, so just go in and prepare for the final boss battle. With the magical sword, red ring, and the silver arrows, as well as your sword beams, Ganon should be fairly trivial to defeat. That being said, I don't think I've been able to pull off the NES Ganon Quick Kill. If any other runner can perform that, let me know so I can update the audio recording. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm telling you about this stuff about Ganon now, it's because once you enter Ganon's room, this audio feed is going to cut off for the rest of the game. Therefore, to get this information in the audio, I needed to, say it early. And with those final notes down, that is basically it for this commentary track. Once again, I am Kiddo. If you would like to contact me, my email is kiddocabusses@gmail.com. My YouTube is youtube.com/kiddocabusses. My Twitch is twitch.tv/kiddocabusses. My Hitbox is hitbox.tv/kiddocabusses. My everything is everything/kiddocabusses. Okay, that's enough of that. Feel free to use those to ask me any questions about Satellaview, especially BS Zelda, or any further questions about the speedrun. Last call for donation readings!